Hey fish people, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about and looking at a fish that I think has grown rather quickly in popularity over the last few years that I've noticed, and that fish is the Otocinclus Catfish. Now the Otocinclus Catfish, or Otocinclus, is probably one of the best algae eaters that we have available to us in this hobby. But that also comes with a downside, because if you're new time fish keeper or even an experienced fish keeper in the hobby, keeping them supplied with a steady supply of algae for them to eat can kind of be difficult, because sometimes they always don't take well to an algae wafer or other algae based foods. Now in the wild, these guys are native to South America, mainly in smaller rivers in North Argentina and Venezuela, and there are actually 19 different types beyond the common. Some of them are the golden otto, the zebra otto, dwarf otto, silver otto, and the giant species. And that is just a few of those 19. This video in particular, we're just going to be looking at the common Otocinclus. Now these fish are going to stay relatively small. They're only going to get about 2 inches in length, so they can be kept in tanks as small as, 10 gallons. Temperature-wise, they're in like a range of 72 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit and a pH of 6.5 to 7.5, though as close to neutral as you can get it, the better, and water on the softer side. They are a peaceful fish. They will be somewhat skittish, so you're going to want to keep them in groups of 4 to 6 and provide them with plenty of cover and hiding spots, either in the form of real or fake plants, rock work, cave structures, anything of that nature. They can have their own space to get away. Otherwise, they're going to be darting across your tank anyway. You're also, with these, just like the hill stream loaches, going to want to make sure your tank is seasoned. I would say no less than a year old, just to ensure that you're beyond any initial, ammonia, nitrate spikes, anything crazy going on there. A nice seasoned year-old tank, I think, you're going to be good. It'll also allow you to have some algae buildup, because, similar to the hill stream loach, they're going to need a constant supply of algae or algae-type things to feed on. So if they don't take to a wafer, you're going to have to, create that algae some other way by putting, a rock in a bowl of water and just sticking it on your windowsill and letting the sun bake on it. Heard a lot of people do that way. Now, speaking of algae, for food, they are mostly algae eaters, which means they're going to normally be eating that in the wild. So when you have a group of them, it's going to run out pretty quickly. So you're going to have to give some kind of supplement in there. You can do a algae type food, Hikari algae wafers. You could try various other wafers that have, spirulina based or algae based food for them. You could add regular foods, things like lettuce, spinach, and zucchini. If you don't want to buy a specific food for them, cut it up, throw it in there a couple times a week, give them something to munch on. Now, given the right conditions, these fish will live about 3 to 5 years, but it is sometimes difficult to maintain algae in our tanks. I know personally, I have some plants that, get algae on them. I just throw a couple mystery snails or nearite snails in there. Let them take care of it. I don't know if I'd want to have to go with the constant upkeep for these guys. So, given, the difficulty to maintain algae levels needed to sustain them, and, just finding that right food that your specific ottos will take. I've heard people say there's instantly took to wafers, or instantly took to rapashi, or instantly took to some other food that would not just a regular algae. Whereas other people say they can't get theirs to eat anything but standard algae. So for those reasons, I'm going to only give the ottos a 5.5 out of 10, just because they can be a little finicky with food, and a lot of them end up starving to death. So as always, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your experience with ottos, if you've kept them before. What did they eat? Were you able to keep an algae supply, or did they take to another food for you? If you've wanted to keep them, let me know if you're going to plan on getting some now. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to hit that like button as well. See y'all.